So, Penny, can you tell me a little bit about what's been going on for you at the minute? Like what's been going on for you at home and in your life?
Well, I gave you a call because I feel I'm staying at home a lot, and I'm really reluctant to go out, and I really miss my friends.
Okay.
I don't feel something's not right. I need to look at getting out and about again.
All right. So when you say you're not going out with your friends, did you used to go out with your friends quite a lot?
I did go out often with them. We would meet a couple of times a week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that was really lovely. We'd have a cup of tea and a bit of shopping, and yeah, it was great.
So you're not going out with them at all at the minute?
No, I'm not. Even though they still ask me, I'm not. No.
Okay. So how long has this been going on for? Is it a recent change or something that happened a while ago?
It was probably about 6 months. I've noticed a decline in the going out. So it started off about two times a week I was going out, then it just really petered down to nothing now. So about 6 months, I suppose, has passed. Yeah.
Okay. And so what do you think triggered that change? Why did you stop going out with your friends?
I didn't feel I felt a little bit that I was unable to, that something was pulling me back, that I just didn't feel comfortable going. And I loved my friends dearly. I've known one of my friends for 45 years, Jean. She's lovely. Yeah.
She's a really close friend.
Oh, she's one of my closest friends.
Oh,
yeah,
lovely.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you really enjoy going out with your friends, or you did enjoy going out with your friends?
I did. We would go for a cup of tea and something to eat, and just pot around the shops, and buy clothes and tell each other how good we looked. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah, I can see that by your face, that when you're talking about Jean and doing those things, that's something that I can tell that you really like doing.
Oh, Jean knows everything about me, so we have a bit of a laugh. But so we're not doing that at the moment, which I'd like to get back to.
So on one hand, you're telling me that going out with Jean and seeing your friends is something that you really enjoy doing, but it's something that in the last 6 months, is something that you've started to stop doing, and now you don't do it at all. So help me understand why that change occurred. So what happened to stop you from going out with your friends? Did something occur?
Yes, I had a couple of incidents when I was out.
Okay.
I fell over at the supermarket and I injured my ankle, and got a bit beaten up, and I needed some treatment with that. So somebody came in for a little while to help with the wound.
Okay, so you had a fall.
Yeah, I did. It was a bit nasty.
And do you know what caused the fall when you were in the supermarket? What happened?
I'm not really too sure about what happened, but I felt quite rushed, I think, and I really don't know. But I fell over and I hurt my ankle quite badly. So.
Okay. Have you had any falls since that one?
No, but previous to that I'd had a couple of falls at the letterbox when I was going out to get the mail. And one time recently, probably about 4 months ago, I was going to hop into Jean's car and I fell over, and because I'd always catch a ride with Jean.
So there's been a couple of incidences that have happened with around in some trips, slips, a fall at the supermarket, which has kind of then gradually stopped you from really going out with your friends.
I'm very cautious now. I make sure I watch where I go.
Okay.
All right. I don't like to venture too far away from where's familiar.
Okay. So tell me some of the good things and not so good things about not going out with your friends. I'm not feeling like you can go out with your friends.
Well, I'm safe in my home. I haven't had any falls inside.
Yeah.
So I feel quite confident inside. The thing that I really miss is getting out and about and a bit of the sun and I'm having a good laugh with the girls, and I feel like I'm missing out a bit, and it's been a long-standing thing for me is to you know, to have those relationships. It's really important. And even my family have invited me recently to go out with them, and I've been reluctant as well. So I'm not. So it's starting to move into other places. Yes.
So how do you feel like your life's changed since you've stopped doing these things, since you've been more wanting to stay at home?
It's changed quite dramatically. I'm very outgoing, quite socially active. I'd go out on a Saturday night sometimes, into the movies, and like I say, going to visit my daughter, and she's invited me to her place as well. But I'm becoming less and less able to get out past that door. And also I'm not cooking as much because I just feel I just don't have the energy. So I feel quite tired. And I haven't done anything, whereas before I could go all day and still play with the grandchildren and still feel I had the energy, but something that's getting out of my scope of being able to deal with it. So.
And is it something you'd like to do, to be able to go back out with your friends and be able to go to the movies? Is that something that you would like to get back to be doing?
I would love to be able to get back to doing that where I was at. You know, it was very active and really, really enjoyed being social and just missing out. And I've made some steps to try and get back to that.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think it is for you to be able to make those changes, to get back to doing those things you used to be able to do it?
Oh, I think it's definitely a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, I really want to.
So you're really motivated to want to do those things?
I definitely want things to change because I can't see for me sitting for extended time here and not enjoying the things that make me laugh and
feel like you're missing out.
Absolutely. I'm not getting in with the gossip at the moment, so I feel important. Absolutely.
So you told me that you're a 10, that you really want to get back to doing those things. So you're motivated, you want to be able to do those things. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to ask you another question. How confident do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 of being able to make that change?
I know I want to make the change. I'm not sure what I need to do to help me with that. I've made a couple of little changes, but I think I need something more to help motivate that. Or I need something else that shows me where to go or how can I do it.
So it seems like you've put a lot of thought into it, and how can I make these changes? What can I do to make these changes? So have you come up with anything yourself? Have you come up with what you might be able to do to think, next time Jean comes round, I'm going to go?
Well, funny you say that, you know, that Jean had rung me a couple of weeks ago and asked me to go out, and I said, oh, look, you know, I'm not going out. And she's quite a straight shooter, my friend Jean, you know. She calls a spade, and she said, well, you know, is it something I've done? She thought I was, you know, maybe I had the pip with her or something. You know, 45 years, we've always been quite open. Yeah. And I talked to her about finding it difficult to get from the door out, really. Yes. And we talked quite openly, and she offered to, you know, still come and pick me up, but maybe come in for a cup of tea to give me some encouragement and get me out in the car and get me out. And I think we might try that.
And how did that make you feel, being able to have those conversations with Jean and being able to offload some of those feelings that you were having about, you know, and hearing from Jean as well how she was feeling that you're not going out with her? And
it was quite good, because it was a bit of a weight off my shoulders, because I wasn't being completely honest with my friends about why I wasn't going out, and there's only so many times I could say I was busy when I actually wasn't, and Jean brought it to the fore with saying, you know, have I done something wrong? But I felt so much better being able to share that, and she's going to help me with that, and she's going to come around next week, and she says we're going to go out and have a cake and have a bit of a gossip, and
Yeah.
I'm quite excited but nervous as well.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. It's I appreciate how difficult these things can be, and when you're used to being so active, to becoming quite where you've been a bit afraid to do that, I can appreciate how difficult that might be to try and get back to doing those things that you do lose a bit of confidence along the way. And you indicated that you are still struggling a little bit with getting to be going out twice a week like you were doing before, but it sounds like you've had some success in the start of making some of these things happen, and you've made some real progress, and that you've told me that's making you feel, it's give you a little confidence boost to making those little steps to making those big changes.
Yes, even talking with you today is I'm feeling a lot more at ease with that, because I've already addressed that with Jean, and really having to come to terms with myself as to
so
where I need to go.
It's great that you've made the first steps, and we will definitely be able to support you along the way with some strategies and other things that we will be able to support you with to help you achieve that, being able to go back out with your friends, which I can see is really important to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would love to have some more advice and strategies to enable me to do that.
Excellent.
Because I certainly want to see myself out and about again.
Cool. Excellent. Thanks, Penny.